Hey everyone, so today I'm making something with melted chocolate. And guess what I'm making? Homemade Bertie Beetles. So I'm going to use these big Winnie the Pooh molds because that's probably the only silicone mold I've got at the moment. But I wanted to talk about the Bertie Beetle first. So for those of you who don't know, Bertie Beetle was created by Hoadleys in 1963 using fragments of honeycomb left over from making violet crumble. So small chips of honeycomb coated in milk chocolate. In 1970, Roundtrees took over Hoadleys and they stopped making the Bertie Beetle, and you could only get them in show bags at the exhibition, which is also known as the Ekka, or the Royal Queensland Show, Royal Adelaide Show, or whatever state you're in. And another fun fact, in 1930, Bertie Beetle was actually a character in a series of stories in the children's section of Australian newspapers. So I didn't know that until the other day, but I have known for some years that Bertie Beetle's made up of violet crumble. So I thought, although this is covered in chocolate, so it's not quite the same as just honeycomb, I thought I'd use this because it's Bertie Beetles are violet crumble. They're not just any old honeycomb. So I'm just going to break this up with a rolling pin. This might get noisy, so I might come back. Alright, so I just rolled over with the pin as I was doing before. And I gave it a good whack. And then I gave it a good squeeze, and I'm going to put it in a bowl. So if you're feeling a bit frustrated, this might be fun for you. Give it a good whack, give it a good beat. So it's a bit chunky, but we could probably crush that a bit more with the end of the rolling pin. Just making sure some of that beautiful, beautiful honeycomb gets smashed into tiny pieces that we can use for our homemade Bertie Beetles. It's probably going to be a bit chunky, but that's alright, because we want to work quick with that melted chocolate. So let's get that out. So I've got my mold. I'm going to grab a little bit of this. I've just got cooking chocolate, and I've got about half a block here. I'm going to use my spatula and just get a bit into there. Yep, okay. And then just doing a thin layer of that, and I've got a spoon. I'm going to try and get some of this beautiful honeycomb in there. Trying to get mostly the honeycomb, not the chocolate. Okay, well, it's got a bit of chocolate in there. That's what it is. Okay, and then more of this chocolate over the top. Beautiful, beautiful. So we'll see how many I can get out of a half a block, probably 2 or 3. And then I'm just going to pop this into the fridge. That's set. And you can put a little bit of olive oil, like maybe just half to 1 teaspoon, to make this chocolate a bit glossy before you mix it up, put it on. Okay, so that's it. It's going to be a bit bumpy on the bottom. So I'll finish making these up and then I'll show you how many we get. Well, alright, so my half a block of chocolate has just covered 2 of these. I've just managed to get enough to cover the 2. So I'm going to have to make some more melted chocolate. I'll do that a bit later. I'm going to set these and taste them. And I've got a bunch of this left, so I can make some more later. Probably recommend making them a bit smaller, and that half block of chocolate will go a bit further. So I'll come back when it's ready and we can have a taste. Hey everyone, so I'm back. I've got my homemade Bertie Beetles, or homemade Winnie the Pooh. Look at how cute that is. So I did one Pooh Bear. one honey pot. Ooh. Hang on. This is so cute. All right, so now that they're done, cut it open and give it a try. Let's crack one of these. Right. They're a bit hard. These have been in the fridge for about 2 hours. Oh gosh, this is not going to cut. All right, I have to see if I can take a bite of it. It is not going to cut. So obviously, chocolate on this is a bit thick, and it's probably not the exact same chocolate that they use for the Bertie Beetles. I don't know what milk chocolate they use, but this is pretty close. It is super delicious. So give it a try. Recommend making them a bit smaller, maybe a little less chocolate would be what I'll do next time. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish this now, and thanks for watching.